Development in infancy and childhood. Motor skills develop greatly in the first few years. There are both gross motor skills, which are large motions that require coordination of the whole body. That includes crawling, walking, climbing, running, throwing. These skills require coordination, balance, and awareness of the body and the environment around the child. And these develop gradually in the first few years of life. Fine motor skills, on the other hand, are smaller, precise movements, usually only with one limb at a time. Writing, dressing, and eating are all examples of these fine motor skills. Some cultures emphasize developing these skills more through individualism, particularly gross motor skills and the ability to move on one's own. And many social activities require motor skills, such as games like tag or stacking blocks. There is the sensory motor development theory, which it's a theory of cognitive development first proposed by Jean Piaget. And it says that infants and toddlers, they lack the structures to engage with the world through words, vision, maybe not vision as much, but words, reading, interacting with people, talking to people. So instead, they learn and develop and think even by doing and touching. That's why toddlers want to touch everything and see everything, because that's how they think. And Piaget believes that toddlers are what is he calls a pre-operational stage, where they're beginning to understand symbols like language and make believe, but they're still learning these. They don't have a mastery of them quite yet. And if development is stunted at this point, either through malnourishment or trauma or stress or lack of attention from caregivers, the child will have difficulty making social connections later in life. At the same time as infants are developing these motor skills, they're also emotionally developing. They develop simple emotions such as fear as early as 6 months. Fear mostly manifests as fear of strangers and fear of being alone. Infants like their caregivers, and they grow nervous when separated from them. Toddlers, as they grow, they learn to express their feelings in more nuanced ways. They'll smile, they'll laugh, they'll get angry and throw things. And at the same time as they're learning how to express themselves, they're learning about how others express themselves and how others feel, building empathy. This interaction also coincides with self-discovery and group play. Babies rarely interact with people other than their caregivers and become anxious from them, but toddlers, they're more willing to be separate from their caregivers, and they understand that they are an individual separate from their environment and the people around them. That allows them to play in groups and